Perfect. Well, I've started the recording, so please share your company with us.
Yeah, you're able to see the screen?
We don't see any slides yet.
Yeah, 1 second. So I'm just pulling the slides. 1 second.
Dr. Manik has also joined us, Amanda.
Oh, perfect. Sure. So Dr. Manik, perhaps you can introduce yourself while Suresh is pulling his slides. So yeah, go ahead, Dr. Manik. And
just 1 minute, madam. Just 1 minute. Some issues. 1 minute.
oh, okay. Find out.
Yeah, welcome to Sasa Enviro and Agrotech Private Limited. We are a company with a vision of taking leadership in the arena of environmental sustainability, and our mission is to promote environmental, agricultural, tree transplanting, reforestation solutions, heavily backed by technology, strategy, expertise, and acumen. Oops. Our business strategy is we want to be a aggregator, and the model is based on the outsourcing of all the activities by retaining just a core expertise within our team, and that will be backed by scientific process and data. And we also wish to focus on innovations to bring social solutions based on our technology and the need from the market. And we also wish to scale up the business so fast that our competitors cannot even say that we are number 2 position. And ultimately we would commit return on investment for every customer, and that will lead us to strong branding process. And why Sasa Enviro? We have large spectrum of specialized services, and our approach is based on total process with meticulous planning and quality implementation. We offer end-to-end project management skills. We own all equipment and tools what we deploy to the customer place. We offer competitive pricing and custom built packages. And our project completion is within given scope, budget, and timelines. And another strength is we have reach in all geographies of India. On the business model, compared with the market potential, we are focusing more on tree transplantation for last 2 years, which has very high market potential. And recently we started our afforestation projects with Miyawaki concept, which has again high potential area. Carbon and green tax audits, that is our new forte. And the untouched segment like tree maintenance and insurance, we are entering into that. And again, a new concept called Eco Store. We have already shortlisted 200 eco-friendly products to launch through our Eco Store. And in continuation, environment education to all schools, colleges within our given territories. We also plan to do consultancy in hydroponic, aquaponic, and aeroponic. And one pilot project is already started in this. And then last but not the least, we are going to manufacture tree spade and tree ambulances, which can cater to all the prospective customers in India, maybe a government or a private sector. And in the whole process, we will connect with all the stakeholders and prove our role as an aggregator. Sorry, my slides are moving slow. Yeah, if you see the progress, what we have done so far on the tree life and healthcare sector, that is, we already developed a product called Tree Tracker, which can be a real-time tracker for all trees, positions, health, and other things. We also started doing prototyping and design of tree spade and tree transplanter. On the tree environment care, we are going to promote tree ambulances for urban region and tree ambulance for forest region. And these are some of the specifications being included in our product design and prototype. On these pilot projects, we already launched first ambulance in year 2019. We already launched a tree spade with a smaller capacity, then mobile app to support our customers and a helpline. That happened in January 2020. And our first natural farming workshop was held in 2017 itself. So these are all pilot projects done by us in recent past. And some proof of concept or proof of action on the field that our own spade is working in one of the site in Gujarat. Then our tree ambulance prototype is ready, and some of the transplantation sites we have put a photograph here. Coming to our revenue goals, in 2019 and 2020, we could do break even for our operational cost. And moving forward, 21, 22, and 23, we have a projection of almost at growth rate of 100% plus. Now, what our activities will bring environmental and social impact? First and foremost is we reduce soil erosion and increase land fertility, because we always work with the grown up trees and it covers large area where soil erosion can be controlled. And if you save a mature tree, one bigger tree gives oxygen for about 18 people on an average. We create employment and food for local community, and absorption of carbon dioxide to bring down the impact of climate change, that can be done. Saving water and reduce water pollution is another goal we have achieved in our Gujarat project. Ultimately, cool air, natural air conditioning happens through trees. So we'll achieve that goal. And creation of shade, fruits, flowers to livestock as well as human beings can be provided. So this is a team. Myself, I handle operations, design, finance, marketing. And another director, Dr. Abdul Ghani, he is Green Man of India, and he's also founder of Tree Ambulance Foundation, which is our NGO. And he himself is a carbon and green tax auditor. So he's supporting our venture. And lastly, our ask from Land Accelerator team is we expect some openings in international market. And since our products are heavy engineering product, we look for some, we expect some grants for product development. And we are also working seriously on tree policy, which can cater to all the elements of society and government. So a joint pitch through a Land Accelerator team will be a welcome idea. So I thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Okay, thank you so much for the pitch. I do wonder if anybody would want to come along board and share any comments or questions for Suresh at this point.
Yes, madam. Can I ask some questions? Yes, madam.
Yeah.
Can I ask some questions?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Dr. Jadhav.
Yes, please.
I'm placed in Gandhinagar, and I was also commuting from Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar.
Okay.
As you may be knowing, a lot of the plantation trees have been cut because of the developmental activities.
Yes.
And some of the trees were translocated from one place to even outside the Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar.
Mm-hmm.
And till to date, nobody publishes what is the rejuvenation of these trees transplanted from one place to another place. it is a good activity. People are doing it. And finally, what happens is there is no record at all to show the success rate of these transplanted trees in Ahmedabad, even in Gandhinagar. You are anyway working in Gujarat. I don't know what is your experience of this.
Yeah, let me tell you, sir. We worked in Gujarat.
Yeah.
In the stretch of Baroda, Anand and Kheda districts.
Okay.
And we have carried work on almost 120-kilometer line of a bullet train project.
Yes.
And the survival rate is about 65%.
Now, where they were transported, those trees, where they were transported and transplanted?
Yeah, we recommend transplantation of tree in local area only, say a radius of 2 kilometers, because tree also needs the same environment and soil conditions in
Yes.
order to continue its life. So government gave us a land in schools, temples, sometime burial grounds, and other public areas in the particular village. So trees are not supposed to go out from the local region. So mostly we have done in the within 2 kilometer radius.
Now, what is the results of success rate of this? What you said, 65%.
Yes.
Is it that? Huh?
Yes.
Not in the cities. I'm talking about Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar cities. Because of the metro, a lot of trees have been translocated. Dug and translocated, transported outside the cities.
No, sir. Before we ventured into this vertical, people used to do this because of the court rulings.
Yeah.
It's just a formality.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we applied a scientific process and we made them understand that tree requires post care, maintenance, service contract or voluntary service. So we brought that concept of tree maintenance.
Yes. Yeah.
So it requires a lot of care after transplantation.
Yes, so concept-wise, it is very good, but my concern only was about the success rate of this.
In fact, our Chennai projects, we almost get 85 to 90% of survival rate in Chennai. We work with PWD of Tamil Nadu government here.
And you have not discussed anything about after transplanting the trees, what care you take and how many years you take. That is also important factor, sir.
Yeah, it takes about 6 months minimum care, sir. And thereafter, nature will take care of itself.
Okay. After 6 months, you forget about that.
Yeah, because bigger trees, you do not even water. They source water from the ground and they survive. But first 6 months till the root grows,
yeah,
to the extent of what trees want. So till that we have to take care.
But the success rate of the cities is not at all. Anybody is not doing anything. In Ahmedabad city, a lot of trees were transported.
Yeah,
and then even in Gandhinagar city, because of the metro and some other road development, 6 laning and 8 laning concept.
Yeah, they do it and then forget it, sir. They don't do. It's very unfortunate. They don't do maintenance.
Okay.
But we pay more attention on that.
But sir, anyway, concept-wise, very good concept. I wish you a grand success, even in most of the places in India, not only in one state or 2 states. Yeah, at least in case of where the tree cover is losing, India is losing tree cover, there you at least this concept should be rigorously implemented. I hope you get grand success, sir.
Yeah, and one more, this thing is the challenge of having the right machineries and people. So we realized that need and started developing our own tree spade and ambulance.
Okay.
So which can do transplantation for smaller tree to bigger trees.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Jadhav?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if I have understood you correctly, transplantation is one of your major products or service.
Yes, sir.
Is that true?
Yes, sir.
And when you said tree ambulance, what you mean? It is the same service or it is something else? Tree ambulance.
Tree ambulance is a concept to bring awareness to the general public about growing the trees and maintaining the trees.
All right. So
and
are you also serving the B2C clients? Like you can serve the government clients, you are serving the institutional clients, but are you also serving the B2C market?
Yeah, that is a plan, sir. And if you see here in our product list, we are building 2 ambulances, one for urban requirement, one for forest requirement.
All right.
So this
So-
will be
so-
deployed. Our goal is to have one ambulance at a stretch of 40 kilometer. Let it be highway or let it be a district, area.
Okay.
So
So my thing is that, these days, in fact, the laws are very stringent. One has to take a permission. For example, if one is going for a new building in a
Yes.
plot in
Yeah.
an urban area, so
Yeah.
one has to obtain the permission to cut some trees. Okay.
right.
So how can you help in that case? I mean, can you provide the end-to-end solution? Like, for example, so in that case, what will happen that, you can work hand in glove with the real estate industry, which is huge. And real estate industry can be one of your biggest clients. Today, maybe, I don't know, is government your biggest client?
Government is client, but we get a lot of inquiries from real estate people, as you said.
Yes.
But there the volume of work is less. But
Okay.
challenges are more because it all comes in the city limits, and trees will be much grown trees. In fact, we are about to start work in Chennai city. There is one restaurant, 200-year-old building,
Yes.
and the tree has grown so much. It is 4 meter in the girth.
Okay.
So this one tree transplantation is equal to 100 trees in the open field.
That is what I'm saying, that in real estate, you will encounter these kind of problems.
Exactly.
These kind of not problems, but for you it is the opportunity.
Yes.
For real estate people, it is a problem. So
Yes.
you can provide them end-to-end solution. So like ambulance is like one service of it. Okay, so you
Yeah.
can actually do the transplantation from one place to another.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying that why can't you start a tree dispensary or a doctor tree hospital? In the sense that you can obtain the permission from the government to maybe transplant the tree, go to another place, obtain a permission to even replant in some other place, maybe if not in the real estate property somewhere else.
Yeah.
So in that case, if you can do that, it will open a huge market out there which is unserved
I
or
agree, sir.
underserved.
Yes.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Because what everybody is fearing is not the work exactly to be done, but how it is to be done. Otherwise, what happens, like, for example, I'll give you an example of Jaipur. I stay in Jaipur, okay?
Okay.
And I am in touch with some real estate developers here, and their problem is that, they cannot obtain the permission to cut trees. They cannot obtain the permission to go for any landscaping and all without government permission. So everything is standstill. They
Correct.
can't even obtain their own local permissions.
Yeah.
And then what has happened that in many places it is seen that whenever there is a state highway or a national highway widening or some of the things, not hundreds, I think thousands of trees perish.
Millions, sir. Millions. Actually, it is millions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's this kind of a service where you can not only provide a tree ambulance, but provide a complete tree hospital kind of a thing,
Yes, sir.
whereby you can actually nurse the new trees. Maybe you can go for a massive replantation also on the way. A lot of things can be done. And then you
अच्छा
can
चला रहे राम लड़कियां पैर थोड़ा छोटी है नमस्ते नमस्ते चलो
For this purpose, we are launching this tree spade and tree transplanter.
Okay.
So this transplanter has a capacity of 110 centimeter girth. It can lift by a hydraulic jack, and it can be safely transplanted to other place. So right
Excellent.
from nursery requirement to the very large trees. So
Right.
we are building the equipments for them. Today, people are delaying the projects or just cutting the trees. Simple reason is no proper equipments available.
Yes.
And these equipments, if I want to import, like for
Yes.
example, tree transplanter, if I have to import, the landed cost for me today is 5.5 crore in India.
Oh.
So our goal is to offer the same product with the same capacity or better capacity at half the rate. That is our goal.
Wow.
And we are very much happy to share that the prototyping is happening now in Pune.
Excellent. So,
Yeah.
but it is not showing on your ask slide. I can't see any money
No.
that you asked for the ask.
I have
slide.
mentioned the grant for product development. I have mentioned there.
For the product development, but what grant? Like you have to also specify the quantum, no?
Okay. Okay.
Yes. So the thing is, the ask slide has to be a detailed slide, little detailed. It should be in the form of a, let's say, a table. So in that
Right.
table, what are the various variables? What is it that a little description of that particular need, and
Okay.
then the amount. And then finally, there has to be a complete grand total of the whole thing.
Right, sir.
So this is the one thing. Then
Okay.
GTM, as I was speaking to you, everything should be reflected in GTM.
Right,
This
sir.
is the immediate goal. Then this is their secondary goal, and this is your ultimate goal. Something like that, you know.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
can show some kind of a transition from stage 1 to 2 to 3. Okay.
Right, sir.
That kind of a thing should be shown. The third
Okay.
thing is that, you know, I think you have listed so many things in your initial listing, but then you distilled into one particular service, which is actually the most important service. So that initial pitch when you were doing it, I was lost. Like, what is it that you are doing it? Actually, you are doing hundreds of things, I suppose, or maybe many things in one place. Okay. So one cannot possibly do all of that, even though you are an aggregator. For example, you have said somewhere that 200 products are enlisted, and you are opening a
For our eco store. Yeah.
Eco store. So sir, the thing is that you have to actually zero down on a few things that you can do stage wise. Okay. So there has to be different stages. You can't do 10 things at a time. So what is it that you are going to do 1 or 2 things in the year 1, year 2, year 3, something like that. That progression has to be seen. Otherwise, it will be like, you know, you are losing your core competence.
I'll explain it, sir. Now, though we have listed all the business verticals here,
Yes.
our focus will be on top 4, that is tree transplantation, Miyawaki forestation,
Yes.
and development of tree ambulance and tree spade. Only these 4 activities we have taken up for last 2 years.
And this is what is your core competence, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So then why do you want to open an eco store at all? Because there are so many eco stores running in India, and there are so many other people who are trying to do it.
Now, once we build our brand, we have a proposal to launch that vertical.
Yeah, but that can be 2 to 3 years away, no? At least you are not
Yes, sir.
doing it in the first place. So
I agree with you.
Why confuse the investors that you want to do this, you want to do that also? Just make it simple. I think, you know, a few 4 activities, if you are saying, then these 4 activities should be shown, and
Okay.
some one slide maybe you can put it as a future
Plans.
you know, future activities or something, which
Right.
will be just one slide, you know, so somebody can casually refer to it if one wants. If doesn't, then it is not you know, deviating people from the core area, you know.
Right, sir. Understood, sir.
Yes, so these are some of the comments, and otherwise your work is very good. It is very focused, and I think the need of the hour. So
Yeah.
wish you all the best, and
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. See, just to clarify on the revenue, whatever we have clocked so far, it is only on these 2 activities. One is transplantation and one is Miyawaki afforestation.
These are huge activities. Both of them are huge. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Wonder if there's any other comments. I think perhaps,
Madam, just one small comment, madam.
oh,
Jada, you have not presented any demand for this kind of services in any place. Unless you know the demand, you cannot have the forecast for future growth.
Sir, I have those figures ready, but since we got only 4 minutes to 5 minutes,
Okay.
so I can share those details. We have it in our business plan, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
sure. So this was a really great presentation. Obviously, you're doing really great work. Some of the questions or concerns that I heard come out, and I've taken some notes on them for you. might be answered if you took a look at some of the, you know, putting it in like the template that people are used to seeing, which is where you discuss a little bit the problem, then you
Mhm.
discuss your solution and you really lay out your solution. Because we had a lot of slides with a lot of text and a lot of things we haven't
Okay.
seen before, tree spade, tree ambulance. And we are
Okay.
like, okay, all right, what's that? What's that? And we wait. And then at the end, we get a picture and we're like, oh, maybe that's a spade, maybe that's not, you know. So you might want to, I would refer back to perhaps the slide by slide template and see if you want to move things around. And then maybe clearly emphasize to us, since these are new concepts for everybody,
Mhm.
which one is the ambulance? Why? Which one is the
Right.
spade? What does it look like? You know, how much would it
Mhm.
cost people? You know, these kind of things. And you're talking about Milwaukee being one of your main revenue drivers, which is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, those have fantastic pictures. I'm sure you have a great picture about Milwaukee, and a lot of people wouldn't know what Milwaukee is. I do because I happen to work in the system, and we've met up with actually a couple really great Milwaukee teams before. So if you're finding a way to make Milwaukee work, you can discuss, you know, who your clients are, what, you know, how is it you've been able to grow?
Okay.
So all that kind of stuff, just to help us see what you're really doing. And I see Kavita, maybe you had a comment.
Yeah, I rather have a suggestion. Like Mr. Manik said that how do you, what post-transplantation strategy you adopt for the trees. So maybe you can come up with a flow chart or a diagrammatic visual where you share the life cycle of from where you pick up these trees, how you transplant them, and at the site of transplantation, what happens after that, how you take care of that. That completes that entire flow chart, and you need not to explain it to everyone how the process works. So this would shorten your time of the pitch and would enable the audiences to understand it better.
Got it.
And also just one more observation. Maybe you would like to have some pictures on this environmental and social impact slide and some figures or statistics. Rather than sharing the bullet points, you can show some visuals, graphics, or some field pictures that show the impact.
Okay, sure.
Because you are creating a huge impact in terms of regenerating a forest or a native area of trees which is getting disrupted from one location to some other place.
Yes.
So you can show that the areas which have got the disturbance due to the creation of infrastructure, the parallel areas have been restored somewhere else. So this is a huge impact.
Yeah, I would like to share one example on this. During transplantation, we come across the bird nest. So to protect nest, first we'll do the survey of each tree. If any nest is there, we safely remove that, and till the mother bird comes and takes it away, we will wait for transplantation activity. So we have those pictures and videos.
This can also help you in developing a lively story that, a tree is an ecosystem in itself. It harbors so many lively creatures, not just birds, but insects and other creatures. So by transplanting a tree, you are also providing the livelihood and the home of these species which are getting diverted.
Yeah, we have.
Maybe you are also providing opportunity to other biodiversity getting created in this new area as well. So this is one other area which you can show in your storytelling, or somewhere you can put it up in your slides.
Right.
You can say creation and restoration of biodiversity.
Okay. We have all those pictures and all, but today it was told that it is only 4 minutes of speech. So I just...
No worries. Actually, pictures speak a lot and it usually reduces your time of pitch. You can simply show the slide and you need not to explain anything.
Right.
Yeah. So, and thank you so much. It was a nice presentation. So
yeah, thank you.
You would get enough chances to work upon it in the upcoming mock pitching sessions here.
Yeah, thank you.
And so we can open the floor for any additional comments. We're almost at the halfway point of the call. So if there happen to not be additional comments, that could be fine, but I'll kind of count down from 5, and anybody who wants to say something, including you, Suresh, if you have any questions for the panel, just chime in. 5, 4.
I
Oh, yeah.
have great inputs from all of them, and thank you. We have experienced, but I just failed to capture it here. Definitely, I'll come up with much data or much pictures which can speak on itself.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't frame this as a failure. I'd frame this as a first step. And we've seen a lot of entrepreneurs, and everybody takes a first step. And the fact is, the work you're doing is much harder than this, but this is something that we can help with as outsiders, so that you can get more people involved.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Amanda, can I speak?
Yes, please go ahead.
Just few lines. I am actually a botanist. By my qualification, and that's why how I studied botany in very thorough manner, right? So I have some apprehension on this project. I'm fearful that in so much passion involved in this sometime business process may evaporate, right? So I'm not seeing a lot of scalability and business opportunity, and still approach is more a kind of social service, more a kind of a service provider, just like people having JCB and other things, and they are doing service for others. So I think he needs very robust kind of business model, so that it can be scaled up and without losing the time, because as my previous mentor very clearly defined it, that a lot of things are being discussed together, so many things. So I think need to focus on 1 or 2 things. And if you are just including something like Miyawaki or something, so in your business model, I don't think you have any innovative kind of innovation in your business. Secondly, this is my suggestion. Secondly, one out of context, I'm telling you, when I moved to cities, in the city, I see on dividers lot of trees of banyan, trees of people. Very robust trees have been planted. So I always feel that there is some bad planning by the government, or departments responsible for planting trees on dividers of the road, who are planting people trees, and after some time they have to remove it. Once even Mr. Gadkari said that in India, almost all highways are not fit for widening. Why? Because the trees they have been planted like that. But again, the challenge is, it's a very huge challenge, that shifting a tree from very mature and old trees, from one place to some other place, and it's not easy to find another place to transplant it. It's not easy. So, and getting permission and other things, I think these are major challenges. I don't think that you have gone deep into these subjects. So thank you so much for from my side. Of course, it's a environment friendly, it's a solution to the climate change. Everything is fine, but you have to take care of your business plan. You have to prove that this is a sustainable business. Thank you so much.
So can I comment on what
Sure,
what we
sure,
are
sure.
in terms of preparation to make it sustainable business plan is we started this as a social activity, as you said, and then we realized the commercial scope available for this, and also know the magnitude of the problems across India. And we realized there is no right equipments and expertise available with people to carry out this activity. Even in case of Miyawaki, people just come and plant the saplings. But the scientific approach, process-driven approach, and data-driven approach. So this become a core of our business plan, and we started working on this. So that's the reason we developed this tree tracker also, because trees identities are not recorded anywhere. Trees are just planted. So the growth and the condition of tree and all, we started capturing in a digital way. And it is not just a drone picture capturing. Every tree, we will have coordinates captured, its age, its condition, who planted it, who is the owner. The complete database is getting ready. So right now we have done about 10,000 trees data capturing wherever we worked on the transplantation or plantation. So this process will continue across India. And we'll educate people to, as you said, the right plant to, it's a median of the road, or maybe somebody's house or a bungalow or a forest. We will suggest them which are the best species to grow in that region. So we are working on that, sir. And the another aspect of this is people did not have right equipments to carry out the work. So we started developing those equipments. So in a whole, I think we can bring a some kind of solution to all these problems.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, can I just say one line? Actually, I really felt so happy today. It was like whole forest department is working, not just Suresh Jadhav. It is like whole forest department. It's up to you. It is a Herculean task. I really wish you good luck, because once we start working on it only, then we can improvise. Like I really wish your 65% raises much above that. And I was fortunate to attend the 25th UNCCD conference in Delhi. And the same points I had expressed there. Why still 25th year of UNCCD, we don't have a tree policy? Why we don't have a tree ambulance? Exactly, these were the questions I had asked there. And really great work, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Sure. So at this time, I want to thank everybody for their comments. I think we should be moving to the next. But if you have additional comments, I would love to encourage you to check the chat box. I'm going to paste again, or you can leave additional feedback. You can leave your contact information, anything you want. Just pick a spot, pick an area on the form and leave the feedback. Mr. Suresh, you can also click on that link and be sure to bookmark it. We'll also be sending you a link to the folder by the weekend so that you can access the document as well. So we would at this time perhaps ask our representatives from Seedcopter to come forward. I believe Sahil is available here to represent them. Sahil, if you're, and Prem Kumar just joined as well. Perfect.
Yeah, thank you all. Can I drop now or?
Oh, sure, you can. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Suresh.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we're looking for you guys to introduce yourselves and also to bring up your slides. You'll have about 4 to 8 minutes to present. When we have our final pitch day, that will be a 3 to 4 minute slide. But here we're getting more about your business, and we want to give you more feedback and everything. So please go ahead. I don't hear from either of you, so I'd like either or both of you to unmute yourselves and to chat with us and get this going. If there's any concerns, just let me know. Just give us a minute. Well, okay. What do you need the minute for? I mean, we've been here and you've known that this was the start time. So we're just chilling. So while we give you that minute, I will be pasting into the chat box the feedback form that we can use for Seedcopter. And
Yes,
okay, perfect.
I can start from the Seedcopter.
Yeah, just do
So,
an
hi, I'm
informal
Prince.
introduction. Yeah, and then when you're ready, pull up the slides. Mhm.
Okay, sure. So I'll just present you the what we've been working and everything. So we are in the reforestation space. We are using drones for the scaling the reforestation process in India. So as a company, we are a team based out in India, and we are bringing the analytics like data science and automation through drones and using community driven. So majorly what we're trying to do is we're trying to address this four threatening problem which we are going through in India and world over, addressing the deforestation and maintain the biodiversity and creating the alternate employability at the rural level and bringing the rural women in employability. So basically, the seed balls have been prepared by a rural women and tribals, and we use drones to identify the deforest area and use drones for the plantation and monitor through satellite data. So the solution what we have taken up addresses the four things. So first, the first thing is to how do I increase the green cover and use a new technology like a drone. And in a swarm of drones, I can plant 1 lakh trees per day, and it's very cost effective. It's ₹1 per plant kind of a cost, where it takes normal sampling planting takes in India like 800 to 2,000 rupees per plant. And what we are trying to do is we are building the diversity, like the native species. We work with the forest departments. We identify native species. We provide the native species seeds and get the seed ball prepared by the self-help groups or the local tribals or the women, and we use those in planting the plantation. The traditional way which you see is in the top, where the NGOs or they procure from a nursery and they do the manual sampling and everything. What we are trying to do is we are trying to bring more of the seed ball as a concept is 100 years old. It's nothing new which we are trying to do it. We're trying to give a better seeds and make them prepared before, like we provide soil, nutrients, and seeds to the self-help groups, rural women and tribals, and use the drones in automation, like multiple drones in one go and plant at a scale and monitor through drones and satellite data. So we're bringing data-driven kind of activity for the reforestation process. So, like I was mentioning, like at present we are identifying the deforest areas, understand the terrain and the local native species, and get the seeds of the native species and use the drones for the plantation purpose. So we've been working on research on the efficiency of this plantation also with the governments and the university, and we are directly contributing the UN SDGs like 13, 15, and 17 and 9. So that like we are collaborating with the organizations which are towards these SDGs. So the largest campaign in the country we are kickstarted in September 1st. It's called Hara Bhara. The aim is to plant 1 billion trees by 2030 using drones, and create the network of communities who are towards this reforestation, and influence, become the more voice about this climate change, reforestation, and make it inclusive, like with the self-help groups, corporates, governments, and NGOs, everybody together as part of it. So we are targeting around 900 forests in the country. So these are a few glimpses of the images where we are getting it done, more of seed balls with different the walks of the people. And we've been taking the corporates, NGOs, school children, and working women, everybody, and we are getting paid them. So our business model has a B2G and B2B model. B2B, we're trying to work with all this construction, mining, infrastructure, and all these foundations which are working towards the forestry, working towards the reforestation, working towards the women empowerment and everything. In the governments, we are working with the state CAMPA funds or state forest departments and the infrastructural corporations, which is the metro rails or the large flyovers and all this kind of a thing. So majorly the thing is to bring all these people, and we become the enabler to do entire this reforestation activity. And for this activity, we brought a couple of ambassadors to in countrywide, which are well recognized. So the Rana Daggubati, he is a actor and has been well recognized influencer, because he recently also made a the film towards this the more of forestry and everything. And Jadhav is been known as Forest Man of India, and the both Jadhav and Dallapalli Ramaya has been recognized by Padma Shri by the government of India. So presently, the couple of use cases which we have planted, and these are the different. So what we worked in different terrains, rocky, hilly, and southern terrains, and a different species we did. These are the glance of the like work what we're doing it and everything. And in the course of time, we've been recognized by Forbes 30 under 30. NASSCOM is a IT organization association in the country which is recognized for the drones and AI part what we have. And we've been very generously, a lot of partners have helped us in the whole process. So presently we are doing 50 lakh plantation in a southern part Telangana, and we're trying to scale to other states, and the aim is to do this 1 billion trees by 2030 is the plan what we have been doing it.
Very exciting work. And I'd like to open it to, let's see, any of the mentors who are on the call today to provide any kind of comments or feedback first.
Yeah, can I go first?
Sure, go ahead. Perfect.
All right. So this is, I think it's congratulations, gentlemen, for this wonderful work that you're doing. I think this is truly land restoration, if I can see. The previous one was also very exciting, the tree transplantation, and now it is about plantation in a huge, big way. So wish you all the luck. All I have a few queries. So one of the query from a layman's point of view, that what happens to these seeds? What is the germination rate of let's say a percentage of these seeds which are distributed like through drones and all that?
So one clarity I want to give is we are planting in a dense, deep forest where people can't go, that wild animals, and we are doing in foresty area where deforestation happens every year because of forest fires and and this all terrain issue, and there is the accessibility issue. So we are using seed balls is because seed balls as a technology is 100 years old. So generally they can they can be there for 45 days. So like before the rain, we plant them, so whenever the rainfall comes, automatically it germinates, because forests have been made in the similar way. They like seed, the birds throw the seeds and they become forests, right? Like that, these seed balls have a nutrients and soil which can maintain them for 45 days. They can remain. Once the rainfall falls, automatically they germinate. The germinate rate which we have seen is different terrain. At few like southern region, few terrain we have seen 45%. In Uttarakhand area we have seen like 25 to 35%. And we have a better efficiency is because we are procuring seeds, we are getting it done from the self-help groups and working women. So we have a hold in the inputs like what it's going to the terrain, because and we are continuously working, like we are working with few the startups who are working on seed balls. We are also working with the academic institutions who are doing tests on efficiency and everything. We thought we are running a 10 years campaign is also is because reforestation or this activity is not short term or like it's overnight. So it takes years to do it. That's the reason we are ready to learn, adopt, make changes in the learnings what external people have it and the partners have it. But we wanted to be this first step to kickstart the work.
So this is fine. I think what you are doing, I don't have any comments to that. What additional I'm thinking the scope of the work can be that, you know, you can give protection to the germinated seeds. Maybe you can become, you know, you can say the nurser of these seeds which are germinated. Because the thing is that, you know, many of these young plants get perished also without any adequate protection that is to be provided by tree guards or with other means like, you know, nutrients and all that. But now that you said that it is in forest area, so I don't have much to tell you over there. But if you are doing it in a barren land or in a terrain which is actually which is now devoid of green cover, but it had a green cover earlier. So these can be some of the places, like for example, if I can tell you in Hindi, there is a place in every village called Savai Chak. So Savai Chak is an area within Panchayat where there was a green cover earlier, which was actually a grazing land, or it is meant for all these forage and other things. And then, slowly it becomes degraded because of no utilization or no land use planning for that particular land. And so thus you can actually open up a huge area for plantation if you get into the nitty gritties of, you can say, working with panchayats, for example. So this can actually open a new dimension to your work, where it can be public private panchayat partnership, and then you can provide this solution to, I think, all the progressive panchayats in India. So other than, you can your own forest department or mining and infrastructure and all, so you are, so that work is still continued, you are not deviating from that work. But what I'm
Yes,
telling
yes.
you is it can open the entire new range of opportunities for you if you are planning to do. So there, in fact, so the approach can be that not only spread of seeds, but also nurturing those seeds, nurturing those young plants, and then going for a methodical replantation kind of a thing, afforestation, So this can actually open a lot of value to both to the panchayats and to yourself, because it can be a revenue model for a very long time for you to kind of, derive from it. Okay, so this
So
is one.
thank you, Raji. The thing is, we started in this space, and we are learning. Every day is a learning for us, actually.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, great. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Excuse me. Can I have one small comment, please? Yeah.
Please, sir. Please, sir.
Sir, what I think is there's a great conflict between whatever you are doing and the forest department. Forest department also has the forest regeneration plan. They also go by compartment-wise assessment and after how many years they have to cut it and again reforest. And the way you are suggested inside the deep forest, I think that concept is definitely conflicting with the forest department. My suggestion is, as you know, in India, we have a lot of the reserve forest areas where normally we don't find even 5% trees on that. Is it not? Whether you agree or don't, I don't know. But on the reserve,
All the forest areas, sir, all the forest areas are reserve forest only. We are working, sir. They are reserve forest only. We have been working at present.
No, but you said
They're
deep forest.
100%
What you
deep
said in the beginning, deep forest.
So a few, like example, we are working with the state governments because forest is with them. So we are, our ask is a reserve forest, but they also push us for other forests where deforestation is happening. So because the wild animals are coming out of the forest areas, so what we try to work with them is, primary thing is reserve forest. So we want to show the difference and show that reforestation at scale.
Yeah, that is a good concept. But another thing is, now what you said is a tree plantation. It is not exactly the tree plantation. It is what you are doing the seed you are distributing the seeds in the barren lands. It is not tree plantation, but the way you are using it, tree plantation, you are not doing actual tree plantation. Is it not, sir? What I have understood.
Sir, this seed ball as a concept is world over is there, sir, because what we are doing is similar as that people are doing in UK, Canada, and US also, sir.
No,
the advantage India has, the advantage India has is
the way you are using the term tree plantation. It is not exactly tree plantation. You are not doing any tree plantation.
So when we say this sowing seeds, sir, forest department says like we are not doing agriculture. It's a forestry, so you should say tree. So now what happens is
that is fine, sir. That is fine. I have the problem with the word tree transplantation. Transplantation.
No, so we are not doing any transplantation. We are doing automation of a planting. We are doing automation of a planting and having a data-driven kind of a thing to monitor the progress, monitor the tree count, species count. The ultimate plan is to, after 2 years and 3 years, to do a lot of this carbon credits, carbon sequencing and everything. But today the main focus for the entire campaign is to increase the green cover. as a country has a mission to increase green cover. We want to be part of that mission.
Now, some of the hilly terrains, what are a lot of hilly terrains, we don't have even a single tree on them. I think those areas should be first taken up, and then during the monsoon season, a lot of seeds can be distributed or thrown by using the drones. And then it has to be monitored success rate of this, how much tree cover has come up. Now you mentioned about satellite monitoring. How do you
Yes.
do? Because your company, I think it has started only 3 years back, is it not?
Yes, sir. What we're trying to do it, sir, is where we are planting it, we are collecting the geo coordinates. So satellite monitoring, you can remotely monitor it periodically, every 6 months or 1 year, we take the drone imagery. So basically, now people ask us, you have planted, how many
You have
survived?
put in the slides, satellite data analysis using hyperspectral data, which can identify
Yes, sir.
different tree
Yes,
species. No, you are
yes,
not
yes,
doing
sir.
any
Yes, sir.
hyperspectral data, is it not?
No, we are doing it, sir. Basically, we presently we have hyperspectral. We're using it, sir. We as a company, we use this hyperspectral extensively in agriculture, sir. At present, we are building
That is fine,
algorithms.
Yeah.
So we are also trying to analyze and take a help of people to understand this spectral data, because
Yes.
we are generating a lot of spectral data. We're trying to analyze for the species count, plant count, all these aspects. But we are a young company, like you said, 3 years. But we are learning, and we are trying to increase our the technology and the more of expertise going forward, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so there are a few things on the slide deck that are missing. I mean, first of all, and maybe they're not missing and I missed it. First of all, wanted to know what your general ask is. Did you have one? Did I miss that?
So I have not kept ask here is because our ask is to get connections, network. Wherever there is a deforest area, please give us a connection and contact. We want to increase the plant, because that's the best way what we could ask it.
Well, then
Is
you
what-
should put that in there, because at our impact day, we're gonna have 200 people, maybe we've had 200 people before, maybe 150. So it's a community that's interested. So you do want to put that there, make it clear, make it so that if they reach out to you, they're gonna have a high impact. So I would definitely add an ask slide. In addition to that, the biggest thing, and I think you probably know this all along, is people don't believe it works. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. You got to prove it to us. So different ways you can do it. I listed a few ideas in the feedback form, so you can check it there. So there's a few ideas of things that I want to see. First of all, I want to say a lot of the deck is pretty exciting. There's a lot of great pictures there that get people really excited. But at the end of the day, people are always going to say, yeah, do we even know this works? Great. So you want to focus on that in whatever way you can. And let me see if there is anything else. I think, so in addition to proving that it works, try and find out how to do that, there would be the business angle end, which is how have you guys done how have you guys achieved what you achieved so far? And who are your target customers? Who has paid you in the past, or who do you hope pays you in the future? And what's your outreach strategy to them? What kind of success have you had with that outreach so far? So that is a separate building block. And then the other building block that I want to see is, what have you done so far? I see a lot of cool pictures. I hear a lot of things, but it needs to be maybe categorized. I'm imagining a map of India where you have different stars of places you've gone so far. And in each of those stars, you can talk about key statistics. How many seed balls, how many seeds, how many species, what date you did it, what was the area, and I put this on in the deck. What is the land type, whether it was deforested or forest fire or deep forest replenishment, etc. And that's if you have like 5 or 6 different places, then you can have that information along the slide, and people can see, oh, that's what they've done so far, and they did it in 2019, and here's what data they have. Oh, they just did this in 2021, because honestly, you guys are blazing a trail. So those are some ideas about different blocks that you might need to build up a little bit more in your presentation, and a few ideas on how to do it.
We have a lot to present. We will definitely present in our presentations, and we'll add it to our page. We'll refine it and we'll share it with you before for the feedback and everything.
Well, we're gonna have a series of 3 pitch presentations in, I think, October, later in October. So you can have time to bring that together. And as always, if you want, you can check out Looney's slides, because they're really informative. Because you know, you mentioned there are other people doing this, so it would be great to know how you guys compare to them, what you might have learned from them. You know, because they might have other studies that you can show that say, hey, this works in Canada, or this works in, you know, other places. I don't know where else they're doing it. You do. And you're like, maybe we're the same, or maybe we're different or better, but we're doing this in India. And maybe you're better because what you're putting around your seed balls is more nutritious, or it's specific to India. I'm not sure. Or maybe you're better because you've seen your germination rates are higher. Or maybe it's just that, hey, the world's big. There's not too many people doing this. We're blazing the trail in our part of India. But either way, I think showing the competition, you can either be better than them or the same, whichever way you decide to take it. But if they have other research points that you can add, that would also be helpful. But again, how much can we believe them? But just as you got to prove the proof.
So
yeah. Mhm.
One of the key difference is bring the community, because there's a community, technology and sustainability aspect, which can only happen in India. Because what people can do is the community engagement is very tough in US, Canada or Australia, because it's very expensive. It's very difficult for them, which is the biggest asset for India.
Yeah, so that definitely comes across. So I think that your deck can only get better. And then when you know, when people feel really excited about what you're doing, your ask will be more excited and people will respond to you. Mhm. So something
Definitely.
I wondered is, besides the trust issue, what other barriers to growth might you have? Is it the number of drones you have, or is it connections with people who want to pay you for this? What other obstacles to growth might you have, or are you facing at this time?
Sure.
No, it's a question for you to answer now. So if like, why aren't you guys already seeding every part of India that needs it? What is it that's not there? So is it capital for drones? Is it customers that are ready to, you know, like
It's access and network.
Network.
Access to network is only the constraint what we feel, because rest everything can be in line once we have a proper access network to all this. We have selected this 900 forests in India level, so we wanted to reach out to all this 900 and onboard this 900 forests. We started with 30 forests now. So as a one state, entire state, 30 forests is onboarded. We are doing 50 lakh plantation now as of now. So all the process what we go on, that we're gonna definitely want to show.
I think that is a really strong story that could maybe come out more if told in a scripted way, maybe with a diagram. You know, maybe again, don't underestimate the power of maps, everybody, because what you're doing is on the land. So that is your product. So if there's a map of India that you have, or you can find that shows where these 900 forests are, even if it's just different colors, right? And then maybe you can say, look, here's the 30 that we're already onboarding, and here's what we're doing for them. And you know, just put a few bullet points on it. Because that could be really cool. And then you can also share with us, and you might have said it, but again, the ask slide might be important. Who have you found to be your best allies as far as that access to network goes? Is it the forest department, or is it landowners? Who are the gatekeepers for you?
Forest department, because we are working with dense forest and where no plantation happens. Like urban city, plantation happens with all the people, but in forest it's just leftover. So that's where we wanted to increase the green cover, and that's actually the green belt which everybody needs. Reserve forests are the need what we have, and the animals and everybody are coming out and people are killing the animals is because there's no plantation in the forest.
Okay, so I would ask then, and maybe this could come up in your problem statement, is as an outsider, I'd say if there's a dense forest, to me, it sounds like there's a lot of trees there. So why do you even need to plant more trees? And so maybe part of the problem is laying out for us what that is. You know, maybe you guys are planting trees on the edge of the dense forest to help the forest expand. Maybe people have cut down certain species within the tree, within the forest, I don't know. And that's why you want to do some drones that drop specific species. But I think that's definitely where people who are not familiar with forests would need a little bit of an explanation about what the problem is. So I would encourage you to educate us a little bit, because this is science, you know, it's science and business, which is what can be tough about this presentation. Because a lot of times the advice is, oh, don't talk about the technology. I have to talk about it a little bit, you know. That's my advice. And I see Mr. Lakshmikant has, looks like he might want to make a comment as a botanist here. Yeah.
Again, I found this subject very interesting from my perspective, being a seed man and a botanist. So I think I can help him a lot. I mean, ongoing basis, not immediately, but anytime, because it involves a lot of science, right? And you need to know what kind of seed you are selecting, what is the viability of the seed, whether that is viable or not. So, I mean, since every day we are dealing with seeds, so recently one my client imported seed from Japan, and I mean, he spent around 1 million. I mean 10 to 12 lakhs rupees, but germination was zero. So you need to understand the seed and its science. So I think ongoing basis, anytime you need my support, my help, so I can help you in planning and implementation as well. And anytime you can feel free to touch base with me. So that is my one commitment.
Thank
to
you, sir.
this kind of such kind of entrepreneur. Number one. Number two, I think a lot can be done for if you focus on deforested area or the area which has been disturbed because of certain industry, maybe like cement industry, maybe like some iron ore industry, mining. So those denuded areas, those can be brought under afforestation, and some CSR funds, not some, but huge CSR funds may be available in India. But you need right connect and right kind of your piloting and showcasing that what you have done. As Amanda was saying that, I mean, you must your presentation must show with maps, pictures, and so different stages of trees, saplings, seeds, saplings, and growing trees. So that can tell a complete story fully supported by science. So I think that's. I mean, I'm fully in line with what Amanda was narrating to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. We definitely take into the account all the inputs. We'll definitely improvise our pitch and on our pitch deck, and we'll definitely want to take more input in our revised pitch.
Thank you.
And at this point, I do want to ask if there's any other comments, either from the Seedcopter team or anybody else who's on this call.
Hi, Amanda.
Perfect.
Yeah. Hi, Prem. I just have an observation and a suggestion for you. Since we discussed about it last time also, that your impact slide needs to be really powerful. Maybe you can show the outcome from your pilot, because you are going to establish the credentials of a new technology. So anyone who is looking to understand more about your business would definitely like to know what are the results of the pilot and what is the efficacy of this new technology. Because there are certain studies and certain ongoing work which says that the survival rate of the seed balls is really not that good. And there is no study or a review that shows that really these seed balls show a germination percentage of say this much. I am not very much aware about how the results are with your project, but I think you should show that a pilot has been done here and here. Maybe you can show it on a map of India, the states that you are covering, and then you can show the expected outcomes or the outcomes that have already started to come and you have been able to measure them. So that would be giving a more I think confident picture to the larger stakeholders and the investors to whom you would be presenting. So this is just a simple suggestion from my end.
Definitely, Kavita, we will definitely make that, because actually one of the case study I'll tell you is last year we did a plantation in one of the area where they've employed around 200 villagers, all the self-help groups, and got paid for 9 days. And they got international record for that, engaging around 60,000 women for that entire plantation drive by the government. We have such data point. So to tell that like there is an alternate employability has been created with this activity also.
Wow, I am excited to know all this, but it should find a place on your slide deck.
Yes,
And
yes.
try to plot these areas. You are saying how many villages?
So 200 villagers. in
Yes,
that
for 200 is a big count. Try to plot it on a map and show the success of your pilot work.
Also widely spread out. You can just type like a more of a seed ball preparation of Mahbubnagar district. It's an international record because in a large scale of 1 crore seed balls in a 9 days was the first time in the country.
So please share it on the slide deck.
Yes, we will add.
Yeah, that would make a good realistic impact.
Sure, we will definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end of the day, when is the earliest, what date, month, year was the earliest plantation that you've done that you're currently able to go back to and look at and monitor?
Basically, generally before the rains in the month of June to this October, we do a lot plantation.
So what year was the first time that you did that in June to October? June to October 2019 or?
2019 is the first. We started from 2019 onwards.
So yeah, June to October 2019. So are you able to go back to that area and see anything growing at that point? You know, I don't know what that means because you do. So tell me.
You won't see sizable kind of a plant, but they'll the more of germination you can say. The forest department says there have been certain percentage, this much percentage has been germinating, but survival will be less. Survival rate will be less, but germination rate is little higher.
So they have actually been keeping track of the number of seedlings they see in some way or another?
Yeah, this area which has been allocated for 10 years on paper on our company name, so that there won't be any other activity because our ask was that itself. We don't want them, they're not paying us. We only ask was whatever the area has been deforested area has been given to us, you should not do any other activity because we're going to monitor, we're going to see, or if needed, we're going to do every year again the plantation activity there with the drone, but it wanted to measure that impact.
So that sounds like a pretty cool case study. I would suggest if you build something around that, say, you know, we did our first planting here, XYZ, here's how we did it. It's been 2 years later, we go back. If you can get pictures of some of the saplings that are growing, you know, even if they're only a foot high, you know, if you can get any statistics from the forest department or that you can pull yourself, because I mean, at the end of the day, I think no one expects a germination rate of 100%. No one expects a survival rate of 80% because that's not the model. You know, your model is we're putting seeds everywhere and the right ones are going to survive. We don't know which ones are going to survive. So the point is does it help make the forest appropriately denser or something like that? And you also might want to discuss if they're native seeds or not. That can be as easily as adding in the word native species. But if you want, you can even share which species they are and have little pictures of them. So that's a suggestion on how you can build out based on your earliest project so far. Because I think we all want this to work, but we want to see it work. And then when you do, then you're definitely going to have, you're going to be the ones with all the trust. So we do have about 5 more minutes left. Anybody else want to make additional comments?
Yeah, my one comment, Amanda.
Yes.
See, I mean, preparing a business case or a presentation or a pitching deck, I mean, that's also an art, right? So if we have a strong story and you are not able to bring it to the table, I don't know, I mean, what is stopping you? I mean, just adding one slide and giving such kind of a story. So because that's all about, I mean, what pilot you have done, what achievement you could show to the panel. So that's important. And second thing, post sowing or spreading the balls, I think it's survival. I mean, there must be some data that is what is the percentage of survival and up to what stage these balls are going into sapling and then into plants and trees. So that's important. You need to, I mean, maybe I may be demanding too much, expecting too much, but if you can plant or embed some chip with every seed ball, I think that can make your life easier. And I mean, you can get your data, I mean, throughout the life of the plant, of the tree. So I mean, can we think to that scale? So that can be another maybe today it may be just assumption, but hypothesis. But in future you can't say no. I mean, in future it's possible that every seed ball is fitted with a chip, and I mean, you can locate your every seed. Just poured from the top. So that is something a very hypothetical idea I am giving to you.
Madam, I have one suggestion, madam.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
What he has projected is he has taken up a pilot study in 200 villages. 200 villages, that is a big area, and that he can use it 2016 data and current data. He can show how much green cover has improved. That can be a good slide to show his success rate in that 200 villages, which can be really a good picture of 200 villages in satellite images of 2015 and current picture. That will really show you the exact green cover improvement of what exactly it has achieved. Anyway, he has the technology. He says he has the technology of satellite data analysis. He can use that.
Yeah. I think that's a really great point. And even at WRI, we have some sort of satellite monitoring system called Global Forest Watch that I'm going to add that as a possible resource for him to check out. And we're also creating something called TerraMatch. So stay in touch with us, Sahil, and we will be sharing different resources that might be useful or not in the satellite range from the WRI is developing or has developed already. I did see that we're about a minute out. So Sahil, I don't know if you'd like to say something as well. I don't think might not have heard from you. So you're one of the co-founders as well.
Uh, Hi, Amanda. This is Sahil. So I'm not a co-founder though, but I'm the product manager. So I know the network issues have been really bad here due to the rain. So I think my founders has been cut out. So the thing which we would like to mention is that in the soon, like what we're trying to change is the supply chain value which we want to change, and we want to keep the scale of seeds to germinated seeds rather than just making seed balls out of normal seeds. So this is one of the changes which we want to make so that the germination rate and survival rate is much higher. So, and we were in talks with the seed companies that if the already germinated seeds, which have been kept in water for 1 minute or so, they'll germinate and the survival rate might increase. So, and we have also been in talks with agricultural university here, and the scientists here also have a pretty much fair bit of idea on what kind of things to work on. So this kind of supply chain changes and other things which we're actually working on to improve our value chain, supply chain, and of course we're looking for a lot of network as well, so that more kind of opportunities open up for us. So
That sounds so exciting. So just by germinating the seeds, and you're talking about, you said soaking the seeds for literally 1 minute?
no,
Oh.
not one. Sorry, it's
Oh, I
one
heard
day
it
or
wrong.
2 days. Yeah, it's a day or two if we soak the seeds, and once the seeds start germinating,
Mhm.
then if we start making the seed balls and other stuff, then the survival rate might actually increase. Then rather than just dropping the seeds and waiting for them to germinate later on in the period. So this is one of the minor changes which we have taken from a few other research works, but the implementation part has been a little bit delayed. So I don't think so. I think our CEO must have forgot to mention it. So that's one of the things which I would like to mention. And yes, of course, we're trying to increase it to pan India and global scale as well. So yeah, the other things are like the team improvement and the drone reachability or other tech driven aspects also we want to work on. So this is the other aspect I would like to mention. So yeah.
That's awesome. And with that, I think we are at
Okay.
the end. So we could ask
Okay.
people to share a few, if they have any just farewell notes for you. Mhm.
Yeah, I think Rajani has a small question here.
Perfect.
So how
Okay.
about small plantations as opposed to seed balls? Well, actually, when we say seed balls, the small plant, when the drone which we actually use for the moving it to seed balls, it has such a payload. So presently the drone capacity is around 1,000 seeds in a single trip. So as opposed to seed plantations, we can't actually raise them. So that's actually the thing which we're actually working on. So the seed balls are the things which we can work on, but we can actually do is germinated seed balls rather than actually normal seeds which we just procured from the vendor. That would actually increase the survival rate is what we're working on. Yeah, that's exactly what we're working on. As seed balls, even we have observed that seed ball germination is very low if you just drop them, and we actually can't ensure whether they'll actually germinate because we are procuring the seeds. But germinated seed balls is what we are actually looking forward to. And it's still an ideation process. And since we already have done previous projects, implementing part will be much it will be much faster for us, and we'll be able to bring greater results to the table in the future when someone questions us about the results. So yeah.
Why is the implementation being delayed? Is it funding or COVID?
Well, it's actually both, I guess. Most probably. So it's not exactly COVID because we're actually working with the B2B and B2G spaces. So, and we can actually have a direct interaction with them in a more secure way. So that won't be an issue. But yes, as far as the operations and this is concerned, scaling it requires much number of teams because a team has to actually go to the forest and get the job done. So we need to scale and hire new people and interact with more number of people to scale the model, and rather than actually relying upon present teams, so that it won't be a burden for the limited number of teams which we already have. So we are working on a scalable model, a complete end-to-end scalable model, so that we can scale it to multiple states without any operational failure or any other kind of mistakes. So we're experimenting on the model as such, the service model which we're providing to the B2G spaces right now.
One small suggestion, sir.
Sure, sir, please.
What you suggested is the use of germinated seed balls.
Right, sir.
Along with that, suppose if we can also use some growth hormones.
Okay, yeah.
So that it can accelerate the exact germination as well as growth process after germination.
Right, sir. That's a brilliant idea. Like even we are actually got similar kind of suggestions before. But yes, sir, that's one of the points which I would try to mention. I just thank you for bringing it up. Yes, so growth hormones during the seed ball making, we actually imbibe the nutrients and the other kind of things. So yes, what Mr. Manik has said was absolutely correct. That's actually we're trying to implement that. So there's one more question. What kind of tree species, and many are doing it? Okay. So what the kind of tree species we are focusing on is the native species. For example, the local forestry people actually give us certain number of species which actually survive faster in the respective reserve forests, and we make seed balls according to that. And we never, and similarly, recently the same mistake has happened. Someone has procured an agricultural seeds which are actually prohibited in the reserve forest areas. So we are not supposed to mention, we're not to make that kind of mistakes, right? So that's one of the, that's what Mr. Lakshmikant has actually said was another important point. The species are very, very important. And for that, we are taking the science part, we're taking the help of the local forest department who have a fair bit of idea on the kind of species which we grow. And the other thing, other is in the PJSTU, which is an agricultural university. We're speaking to them, we are in talks with them, and we are in collaboration with them as well to procure the respective species for that specific forest and the soil as well. Hope I answered all the questions.
Well, this has been a great session. I want to thank everybody for joining us here this evening. And if anybody else has more comments, please check the chat box, and you can definitely leave your feedback in the form. You also, Sahil, you can access the form and save it. We'll send you a link to the folder later once this
Sure.
recording is up to YouTube, so you can check it out as well. People can go and write any kind of feedback, perhaps a few main bullet points there.
Yes.
Anybody who's on the call is welcome to do that. We really appreciated hearing your story and having a small chance to have a few other people have feedback and share with you. And really excited. If you'd like to follow up with anybody, Sahil, please check us out on the calendar invitation, which I did just send today. So you'll
Sure.
see our email addresses there. And if you need any help connecting with anyone in particular, you can always just let me know.
Sure, sure. Definitely, Amana. Thank you so much for this opportunity. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. And you guys have a great weekend in India. We're still working a whole day here in the US. So thank you. Kavita, would you like to say?
No, just happy weekend. Have a nice time, and looking forward to our remaining slot of calls next week. And then we will be launching the mock pitching sessions early October, and we'll be continuing with it throughout October. So please register to our impact days as well, which are going to be there on 16th and 17th of November. And thank you everyone for joining us in these calls. Thank you everyone. Thanks, Amanda.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks, Amanda.
Bye. Thank
you so
Thanks.
much.
Bye. Take care. Thank you, Sahil.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your
Bye.
solution.